Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
how you doing? Good.
Good.
Good. So could you channel the Arcturian Council?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with you.
Hi.
Hello.
Sometimes I feel the persona of being Arcturian Council. When you say greetings, we are here, I pretend to be you guys. And
Yes.
that embodiment, and I feel it. I just feel it. I use my imagination beyond measure. So like I use, because imagination is real and all configurations do exist. So I use my imagination beyond measure. Do they all exist? Like all configurations, do they actually all exist? Like, will there be a universe with all large intestines, for example, and nothing else? Just filled with that? Is that the way to visualize it, or like one with unicorns only and nothing else?
Yes.
So
Everything that you can imagine is just the smallest of possibilities that exist in the infinite. So what you can imagine is but a drop in the ocean of what is actually real, what is actually out there in all universes.
So I don't know if feel free to sense into my life and my lifetimes, all things me, my parallel reality selves.
Yes.
Any interference, karma, timelines, feel free to sense into all of that. And you also have permission, as do all benevolent beings, have permission to bombard me and flood me with the highest high of energy. And I feel it all the time. All the benevolent beings just...
Yes.
All you have to do is be an open receiver, and you feel it. So I just want to get a few questions off Uh, so I do some healing meditations. Jerry Sargent, he has some healing meditations. Are they good? Are they like no? Yeah, are they good? And are you able to sense before you answer that? Are you able to sense how much change is in my pocket?
No, because we do not experience the physical in the same way that you do.
Okay.
So we do not have that perception of reality as coins.
Okay.
We see energy.
So would Apelia the fairy be able to do it? Because they're fifth dimensional, right? Does it matter? I mean, like dimensional beings. Does it
would. The fifth dimensional beings are still in a different dimension than you all are in. And so she would have to lower herself dimensionally and appear in front of you and reach into your pocket and take out the change.
Okay.
You see, and so that's not likely to happen because you have agreements about what is appropriate to happen in your experience at this time, and that would be breaking one of those agreements.
Okay, but you guys could sense into timelines, right?
Yes, and we can say that the healing meditations are working on you, that they're doing nicely for you.
So there's no darkness in it, it's just all good.
No darkness, no.
In Jerry Sargent's healing meditations, right?
Correct.
Okay. And he says that he's all into his healing. I got healed by him one time. He's like, I could do it within 10 minutes because I'm all in. I don't hold back type of thing. And he's like, I urge all healers to do it in this fashion. Like, no, he doesn't say that. He says you got to be all in if you're a healer. And does my other healer, Adam Fulmer, will he, if he's doing healing on me, will it be detrimental if he's not all in?
No.
Okay. And I got a question about Benantino Massaro.
Yes.
One of my teachers. Is he a good teacher? Like, I know he's a good teacher, but compare him to the ARCTURIANs.
Well, we cannot compare ourselves to others because, in a sense, we are the perfect teachers for the people who will resonate with what we have to say, and he is the perfect teacher for those who are resonating with what he has to say. And at times there will be people who resonate with both what he has to say and what we are offering, and so we cannot compare ourselves to any other teacher because every teacher has some merit, some benefit to the people who are ready for what that teacher is bringing through.
Sense into which teacher will be more beneficial for me. I sense that it's ARCTURIAN Council, but I'm not certain. Could you sense into that?
That is our feeling at this time as well, that you are resonating more with what we are saying, yes. Yeah.
But he has a lot of good processes, and not to say that he's, he has okay. In April to June 2017, I was vibrating high. How did I get into that high space? Like, was I just relaxing more? I think that's what I'm missing out on. When I just don't, I was like a super learner at that time. I was going through a lot of information. My memory was really fast, but at one point I got manic. Why was I vibrating high and in perfect place at one time? Then I got manic. I got off my medicines too at that point. I was off of my medicines. I want to be off my medicines.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you go off your medicines, you do experience that initial sense of relief, and the energy that is flowing through you is more pure and less affected by the toxins in the medication, in the medication. And so you experience that initial exhilaration, that feeling of happiness, joy, surrender, feeling whole and complete, and all the things that you've been wanting to experience. And then you get to a point where the third and fourth dimension, which is where you've been living in, there's a cap. There's a certain point at which you must remain in that fourth dimensional transitional period dimension until you are ready to fully download all that is available to you and make the shift to the fifth dimension. And so when you get manic, you're trying to go beyond where you're capable of going right now with the physical body that you have.
Okay. So what does that mean? Next time I go off my medicine, does that mean don't try to go to the intensest of the intensest emotions or
yes.
Emotions? Is that what it means?
Find a balance so that you can have a happy, calm experience of the fourth dimension and make the shift into 5D in the way that is comfortable for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting, I've always been getting a nudge about being more relaxed and just having a relaxed isness about yourself. Isness, a relaxed beingness. All like trying to get into that state, the utter relaxed beingness. And that's not as intense as that exuberance. And would it be fine to just sit into those emotions?
Yes.
Utter relaxedness. Utter.
Yes. Being comfortable with where you are.
Yeah.
Instead of striving and trying to get beyond where you are because you know it exists. Because once you become aware of the fifth dimension and all that is contained within it, you want to get there so quickly that you forget that you're here to live the experience of shifting as well. You're not just here to get there as quickly as possible.
Is there a sense that you see that people, or me in particular, get into 5D?
Is there a sense that you will?
No, I know I will. When?
Yes. Well, there are timelines that are being created right now for a speedier experience of the shift, and the human collective is... The human collective that you're a part of right now is looking at somewhere between 4 and 5 years.
Okay.
But you're able to shift into a different timeline with this collective and you're also able to shift into a different parallel universe
That's what I was
with a
thinking.
different collective. And that's the part that you want to do. If you want to get there more quickly, then you can, but there's a fine line between trying to get there and allowing yourself to simply flow into that experience due to the vibration that you are offering.
Yeah. One of the things that one of you guys said to me is rather than similar to Abraham's motor on the boat trying to get to the desire, right? Rather than trying to shield yourself or with a state of being like exuberance or just naturally let it flow in, relax and naturally let it flow in. Just allow the natural progress of things to happen rather than trying to get to there, right? So how can I'm not always there. I'm not always in. When I'm joking around, I could get into the vortex just by joking around all day, doing silly stuff all day, relaxing, joking around. That gets me into the vortex. Should I be trying to go for exuberance? What's a game plan? In creation, what's a game plan? Like if I want to create certain things or what is it? You said to vibrate, and in the past you've said to vibrate, but there's always a backlash when I try to vibrate. There's a striving, and there's when I'm you could sense into this as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when I'm vibrating, how do you vibrate? I'll get to the vibration question later, but what do you do? What's the game plan? Do you just keep riding back onto that horse, that vibrational horse? And it doesn't have to be exuberance all the time. It could be calm.
Correct.
But like calm, unless I say utter calm, I'm not going to feel it. Right now, it's more pronounced because I'm talking to you. But like, it's hard to. Should I not even focus on the chakra? Should I just go entire body? And is it your physical body where you feel the vibration?
Well, the first thing that you want to do is to look at what it is that you're hoping to accomplish from this. In other words, are you asking about vibration because you want to create something?
No, because I want the state of being.
The state of being. All right. Well,
being, but as a bonus, I would like the things as well. But
yeah. So if you want to create a state of being for yourself, then yes, we do recommend that you focus in on your 7 main chakras and find the chakra where that vibration is easiest for you to access.
I feel nothing in the chakras. Only the crown I feel when I focus and am aware. Am I doing something wrong?
No, it just means that that's the chakra where you're doing the majority of your feeling and where you're accessing the majority of your vibrations. So you just need to go to the crown then.
And it feels like I'm forcing it to be the crown. There is no intuiting that it's a crown. It's just like, it's a crown, it's a crown, it's a crown. Utter relax, I'll just make it the crown. And I do feel it in my crown when I do my imagination. For example, I do imagination beyond measure. I pretend that me and Saint Germain are doing a handshake, and for victory of the winning the lottery, and everything is surrounded with us. Every single possible thing imaginable in all multiverses, and they're dancing this dance of exuberance in the victory of the lottery, and they're just flooding energy to me, and I'm flooding it tenfold back to them, and then it's coming right back to me, and in that type of manner, I'm doing it.
Yes, well, if that is the joyous experience that you want to have in the moment, then you are right where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what I love that experience, and I do, but I need a game plan as well in creation too, because I don't want to be ending up with nothing in terms of money. I have all these ideas and I have these imaginations, so is a game plan in creating? How would you describe step by step? If to me, how would I give me some tidbits on creation? Like,
well, you want to work backwards from the creation itself. So, as you say to yourself, well, I want to create a house for myself, for example. Then you imagine, because you've seen a lot of houses, you've been inside a lot of houses, and you know different locations of homes, and so you say to yourself, well, what is it that I want in a house? And then you imagine that, and you imagine yourself in that house. And then as you are exploring that house in your imagination, you are picking up on the different vibrations that you would be experiencing in your physical body if you were to be living in that house. You take those vibrations and you combine them, and what you get is an essence of the experience. So the essence of the experience might include joy, freedom, excitement in the home, and stability. Let's throw stability in there as well. And so then your essence of what it is you want to create includes those four main vibrational ingredients. So then you come back to the present moment, you leave your imagination, you come back to the present moment, and you say, all right, this is what I want to create. I want to create a house, but really what I want to create are these four vibrations to give myself that particular experience. So then you go one by one. First I will create the vibration of joy within my energy field. And you find the vibration of joy within yourself. You vibrate it out into your energy field. You leave it there. You go back into your chakras and you get excitement. And you vibrate that. And you push that out into your field, and then you get love, and you vibrate that out into your field, and then you get stability, and you vibrate that, so that now you are surrounded by the vibrations. You're surrounded by the essence of what it was you wanted to create in the first place. And when it comes to a home, you can feel yourself in the home, so you can feel yourself surrounded by it. Now, once you put all of these vibrations into your energy field, you are also surrounded then by the same experiences, the same essence of the experience of that house. So it's easy for you to see how what's in your energy field, as it moves out into the universe, creates the same experience in a home.
Okay. So, is there a certain amount of time I give to like each of those vibrations? I was doing a penthouse right now while you're doing it. You're explaining it, and one of the feelings I would feel is exuberance because I would have the penthouse to myself, and I would put loud music all the time and just be exuberantly happy in that penthouse, right?
Yeah.
Now, I vibrated that in my crown, and then I didn't do the energy field. I didn't do the rest of my body. I felt it in my crown for a moment.
Yeah.
But so you, how I don't even get. First of all, I got the fact that one time I think the Arcturian Council said you could breathe deeper. And just like you could vibrate higher, you could control that. Just like your breath, you could control that. I could decide right now to breathe a little deeper than before, and in the same manner, I could decide to vibrate a little higher. Could I vibrate a lot higher than I am right now, or is it incremental?
Incremental is the best way to. Just like shifting to the fifth dimension, it is better to do it little by little than to say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow in the fifth dimension, and that's it.
Okay, so I've been doing it wrong most of the time, I think. I'm nowhere near exuberance. Not most of the time. Some of the time I am near exuberance, but I shouldn't even be going for exuberance all the time, but some of the time I'm not near exuberance, and it has a backfiring thing, trying to go for exuberance. But some of the time I could, no matter what state I am in, because I have the flinchless type, like just expectation. I just use my focus. I use all the tools I can in my toolbox. A lot of them are mental and imagination, over-the-top imagination,
Yeah.
exuberance, stuff like that, profound expectation, just doing it from the easiest of manners, relaxing it into being, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't. So am I supposed to do it for like 20 minutes and then every day or something like that, or just practice doing it every day, or let go? When's the let go process? Is there a letting go as well in this process?
There's no set number of minutes that you need to be doing anything at this time. What you're really exploring here is how exactly you, as an individual, want to experience your shift in consciousness. And so you can do it the relaxing into your beingness way. But if there are things that you want to create, you can get a little bit more proactive in what it is that you're creating, the experiences you are creating for yourself along the way. You also, every time you utilize your ability to create in the fourth dimension, you are practicing becoming better at being the fifth dimensional creator being that you are becoming, because the better you are at discerning between one vibration and another, the more accurate you will be as a creator being in the fifth dimension. And your creations are going to come to you so quickly that you will want to be precise in what it is that you are creating.
In fifth dimension,
Yes.
they come to you quickly?
In fifth dimension, you will have the experience of instant manifestation.
Either positive or negative?
Yes. But even if you create something negative, you will understand that in an instant, you can create the experience that you want to create in the very next instant, the very next moment. It's not going to be like it is now, where when you create something negative for yourself, you have to crawl your way out.
Okay. So, like, let's say you created an elephant that's storming near you,
Yes.
then you could, in the next instant, create a person that tranquilizes the elephant, right?
Or you go to a completely different reality where there is no elephant.
Oh, okay. Or you teleport, or any of the ones,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
That is precisely what it is going to seem like to you, is that you're teleporting to different realities, because you will be choosing realities in a less linear way than you do now. Now the linear experience of things not changing very much from one moment to the next is what you are capable of creating and absorbing for yourself. But eventually you're going to want to have a more rapid succession of experiences.
So regarding the creation, you vibrate it because you like vibrating it as well.
Yes.
Sometimes vibrating, honestly, maybe because of the backlashing effect, sometimes it feels like heaven and sometimes it feels like a chore.
Yes.
And sometimes it feels like really bad. So you hold the vibration, and what do you do after you hold the vibration? Let's say
you let it go.
So let's say I held a vibration for 20 minutes this morning, then I let it go, that's it?
Yes.
Is 20 minutes enough?
20 minutes is an eternity.
Okay.
For holding a vibration, especially when you're doing it on purpose, and especially when it's a high vibration. When it's a higher vibration, it's more challenging to hold because it's different from what you're normally experiencing throughout your day.
When I do experience exuberance, what happens is right after I go back to my... How do I actually hold the vibration? Or I go back to my actual natural state, and then it feels like I feel a lot of resistance after holding it. I can't do it. I only could do it when I'm thinking of the imagination or when I'm breathing in. Once I let it go, how do I hold it in and just make it a part of my beingness? The vibration.
Well, look at it this way. A vibration is a choice that you are making. It's not something that you hold on to, like the longer you hold on to a $100 bill, the longer you have $100 to spend. It's an experience that you have. It's an experience of a vibration that you're giving to yourself, and therefore it's always going to be something that is in flux. As you hold a particular vibration, you change yourself on a fundamental level, and then you can change again. You can change to whatever you want to experience. Ultimately what you're wanting to do is to be making choices consciously all of the time as to what it is that you're... So if you're vibrating calm, if you're vibrating calm and neutral, that is easier for you to maintain than something that is higher or lower than that vibrationally. So
Yeah.
When you make that choice consciously to be in a calm and neutral state, you feel the ease of that. You feel how natural the neutral and calm state of being is for you to vibrate in. And you feel comfortable. And you walk around consciously being calm and neutral most of the time. And so what then you want to do is, instead of getting caught up in what your mind is telling you you need to focus on, which is then going to set you down a certain path, you will want to be mindful of what is in front of you. So this is what the teachings of Eckhart Tolle are all about. Being mindful of what's in front of you, being present, being in the now. And as you are, you see the vibration that Eckhart Tolle holds. You can feel it coming off of him. He's very, very calm, very relaxed, but he's also enjoying his life. He's not working very hard at anything. He's just doing what he feels like doing. And that's where you all really want to be in life, is you want to be just floating from one experience to the next and creating from time to time something new that you want to create, that you would never ask, how long do I have to hold this vibration for? Because you would truly be wanting to feel that particular vibration in that moment, and it would be a question of how long do I want to hold this vibration for.
For me, it's I don't know if it's because I've tried to do vibrate exuberance. If that's the reason, is that the reason? I'm going to ask you. Is that the reason, or is it because of the medication? Or is the medication doing certain things? In terms of vibrating, because it does enhance my focus a little. It's right.
Yes. The medication affects you on all levels: emotional, physical, mental, energetic. It affects all aspects of you. It's a powerful thing that you put into your body every time that you take it.
Okay, so how do I utilize the tones that make the medicine a smart drug, or make a side effect list, or
well, first of all, your intention. So you just stated several intentions there: a smart drug, a less side effects, doing only what I want it to do in terms of helping me to hold the vibration that I want to hold.
So it's probably powerful to just list one intention.
And then tone into it. List one intention and then tone into the medication. List another intention and then tone into the medication. List a third intention and then tone into the medication, and then take it.
Okay. So the tone is just as a vibration. It's powerful. Just a little bit of it could. When will it work? Will it work in that moment, or will it work after, like 15 minutes? When do the tones have its effect?
Immediately. They affect the medication immediately, yes.
And does it affect like 15 minutes, an hour, 20?
It will. The medication will be forever altered by the toning.
Just one tone, and I don't have to do it again?
Yes.
Okay. Just like the tones other tones that I asked for, utter exuberance, utter ease, in the last session, all those utter creativity, all those things, just with a little bit of it, it forever impacts me. That's how powerful the tones are.
Yes.
Okay. And I want to know precisely how to use these tones. So first of all, I could do these tones myself. Pretend I'm gonna do the tone for, and I can make any vowel sound, right?
Yes.
And it could be made up on the spot.
Yes. Spontaneous is the best way to go about it, yes.
As long as there's, and you could, while I'm doing this, you could sense how well I'm doing it.
Yes.
I'm going to do it for a flood of relaxed energy, a flood of just utter relax in my body, utter relaxedness in my body. That's the intention. And all I do is focus on an intention. What I like to do, and tell me if this is a good idea or not, I split the moments up into micro moments. So I'm more aware and more mindful of, and more aware, just splitting it up into the microest moments I can, and having the intention and the focus of that vibration.
Yes.
Do you have to have the vibration too, or just the intention?
The intention, along with the sound that is coming out of you, is enough. You will naturally align with the vibration.
But do you think the micro momentary awareness will help? Or?
Momentary awareness is very effective, yes.
Because, yeah, when I listen to your tones and I do momentary awareness with the tones and intention, I find more spontaneous movements, like more blinks. That means it's working more intensely?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and all my life, because of my family, I felt, not because of my family, just because of my co-creation,
yes.
my creation, I felt less expressive. Like I don't talk that much in front of anyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this tone. Do you sense anything wrong with before I do this tone, with my physical body, any way, health, or chakra-wise, throat chakra-wise, any way, health, or in any way do you sense any problems with me health-wise?
Not anything that you need to be concerned about.
Okay, yeah. Even if there was, you shouldn't be concerned.
Well, your health is, in other words, your health could always be improved. That will always be the case for every individual on the planet, because your health is a reflection of your energetic body. And so, yes, of course, you are still clearing things out of your energetic body. You are still raising the vibration of your energy body. And your chakras are in a constant state of being cleansed and aligned as well. And so there's always room for improvement, but there's nothing for you to be concerned about.
Okay. I'll try the tone thing. So utter relaxedness in, like, the most profound relaxedness in my body.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I felt it.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah. So I could do this with anything, right? These tonings.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. just tell me something that will impact me. No, sense into my timeline, actually. Do you see a lottery win? Maybe not within this family environment, but with the expectation, the tool of expectation and vibration, and this profound, beyond measure imagination, and all the energy tools I'm using. Do you see a lottery win?
Yes, and we also, under those circumstances, we see a shifting of timelines several times. So you'll shift to the timeline that has the lottery win on it.
Okay. How do you shift into that timeline?
By feeling it just in the same way that we expressed to you, the way that you would create backwards from the new home experience.
Okay, so I need to know how to shift into a timeline in order to win the lottery?
Well, you are shifting the timeline. You don't have to specifically say, no, I'm shifting to this timeline, but you will be shifting your overall vibration to match that of the win, which puts you on the timeline where the win occurs.
Okay, so your vibration affects the timeline and parallel realities that you're in, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what should I do? Because I sense, and I'm not certain about this, I sense that moving out and maybe getting a small smaller money idea than the lottery, like, just for the time being, like maybe tension of 250,000 or maybe less, I don't know, but with full expectation. Do you sense I have an ability to do it with the medication?
With the medication, while still on the medication, yes, of course, you can still do it.
Because the tones will already helped and will help further, and yeah, okay. The question so it's probably best for me to stay in the house, or is it, until I get that money, right?
Well, that depends. In other words, you can find yourself in a situation where you have a new living environment that you don't have to pay for.
Oh, do you sense that in my
Well,
timeline?
we're saying that this is something that you could create if you wanted to.
Okay.
You don't have to look at things so logically and from a third dimensional standpoint of, well, if I'm going to live in a different place, I'm going to need money. Because that's the way of limitation.
Okay.
In other words, if you go straight to the manifestation and creation process that we have given you, notice that we didn't tell you that in doing that you would manifest the money first and then the house. We just said you could find yourself creating the house for yourself, and whether that comes through an exchange of money or not will be determined by you.
Okay.
Well, it won't be determined by you in the sense that you have to make the choice, but it will be determined, it is yet to be determined, in other words. So
law of attraction will determine it.
Yes. Whatever is the path of most ease for you.
Okay. So I have a curiosity question. Since all configurations exist, is there a configuration where there's no law of attraction?
Yes.
Okay. What laws are they governed by?
Well, there are universes where everything is already played out, and you're just going there to live something out that has already, you'll still have the experience of forgetting that you are source energy, but you go to this universe to experience a particular experience, and you are not ever given the free will to create your reality.
Okay. How you could give me anything. Give me something profound.
We want you to imagine yourself as a tree in this moment. As a tree that is firmly grounded and rooted in the physical reality, but who is also reaching up and up into the higher realms, receiving the rain and the sun that you need automatically through your existence. All you need to do as the tree version of yourself is exist in order to receive. And as the tree that you are, without ever having to lift a finger, without ever having to move, you create beauty, you create sound, you create service to others, birds and squirrels and other beings that benefit from your presence, beings that want to sit in your shade. You can produce fruit, if that's what you want to produce. You can produce flowers. You can produce syrup.
Energy for humans.
Yes, anything that you want, and it's effortless as the tree version of yourself. You enjoy swaying in the wind. You enjoy connecting with the other trees. You enjoy receiving, giving, and it's all effortless as the tree version of you, and you always feel stability and growth and expansion at the same time. You never sacrifice one for the other. You never uproot yourself to go higher and higher. You keep yourself planted in the ground. You keep yourself grounded in the earth. And you achieve new heights. And you change constantly. And you expand as you grow. That's the relaxed version of yourself, the calm version of yourself that you want to be. And as you can see from our description and the use of this metaphor, you're not sacrificing anything by being grounded, by moving slowly, and by being calm and relaxed. So let the trees be your guides.
That was a good imagination. And I can use it in any form of imagination I want to ground my relaxed vibration.
Yeah.
Could you give me something on expectation? Like what the thought or imagination? How do you? Sometimes I expect an imagination, and I'm not visualizing. I'm not thinking. I'm just feeling the expecting the feeling and feeling just feeling it. I'm just like, for example, when I'm doing the handshake, I feel energy in my right hand surge up my arm. I actually feel it when I'm doing the handshake with Saint Germain, and I feel it just intensely going up my arm in the universal dance of exuberance with that imagination. My question is, how do you just practice this and practice the isness of my imagination, and then it'll get...
If you want to go beyond imagination and go beyond expectation, then what you need to do is to be open to receiving that which you cannot possibly imagine, that which is unexpected but always in your highest good, always of service to you. That's what you have to recognize, that everything that comes your way is of service to you in some way. And so that's what you want to remain open to, is to receiving that which is unexpected, unknown, and of your highest good. And when you can do that, when you can demonstrate to yourself that that is possible, then you will be able to create whatever you want, but also that's when you will be creating that which is beyond anything that you could possibly imagine or expect. And that's what ultimately gives you the best of all experiences, the best of all worlds.
Yeah, sometimes I have them. It's a feeling. It's not even. Sometimes it comes in thoughts. But the feeling is the best. When the feeling that I'm not even reaching for that feeling, and it just comes in, and I'm just relaxed, and it comes in an intense way. I'm not reaching for it, and yeah, it's in the same way. I'm not reaching or trying to create the imagination. It just comes in from the relaxed. It is yeah. So sometimes I use personas as well. Like I'm in the attitude or persona or demeanor of just being relaxed, or one might be the persona of the lottery winner that just came into this environment to know, to learn, and yeah.
And to try on these different personas and see how they feel, to see what it is you want to be, who it is you want to be in every moment. That is the ultimate in exhibiting your freedom of creation, the freedom that you have to create whatever experience that you want. You start with yourself. Who is it that I want to be? How is it that I want to create my body, my energy, my emotions, my thoughts, everything about myself? How it is that I want to create my vibration? That's where everything starts, and that's what comes back to you.
Okay. Our time's done. You can close.
Yeah. We have enjoyed speaking with you and sharing with you our perspective. We are the ARCTURIAN Council, and we also have enjoyed connecting with you. Hello.
Hey. That was really good.
Oh, good. Yeah. Glad we could do it. Glad we finally got together on this.
Yeah.